Today I'm gonna review and play one of the classic video games of all time on the Atari 2600, and probably one of the most classic games of all time in the arcade, Space Invaders. And not only am I going to review Space Invaders, I'm going to review two of the clones that I own on the Atari 2600 of Space Invaders. The first one is Phoenix, and the second one is Mega Mania. Now I know there are a lot of more clones out there. I don't personally own all of them. There are a few that I played when I was a kid in the arcade. But to start it off, I'm going to play a little bit of Space Invaders and show you how much I suck at it. And hope you really enjoy my commentaries. And here we go. Space Invaders was developed by Tomiro Nishikito in Japan in 1978 and was licensed to Midway Division for overseas distribution. When Atari version came out in 1980, sales quadrupled. The developer was inspired by the novel World of Worlds, the anime Space Battleship Yamato, and of course, Star Wars. But come on, what space video game is not inspired by Star Wars? So, the game is fun. As the spaceships, as the aliens get closer and closer to your planet, they speed up, they go side to side. You got those little barriers that you can hide behind. It also makes it harder for you to shoot them. There's the UFO that I can never hit. You know, a lot of people would think that the way this game is designed, the way it looks, is that it would be easy, but in fact, it's not that easy. Let's see if I can do it. Oh, they're getting faster. They're getting closer. And my aiming is just sucking. Let's see if I can beat it. Oh, they're almost there. Let's do it. Oh, no. Well, I died. So I couldn't even beat the first wave. Oh, well, how much do I suck? Anyway, it's a classic game. I've done better on it before than this time. Maybe you don't believe me. You saw the proof that I suck. Maybe I'm telling the truth. Maybe I'm lying to impress you. But I'm pretty good at it. So the next game I'm going to review is actually my favorite on the Atari. There are other games I like in the arcade, but on the Atari, Phoenix is one of my favorite Space Invaders clones. It's the things I like about it. There's more like action. The UFOs don't just go. They move around more. They're a little bit more erratic. They're a little more unpredictable. You know, so and there's the waves get different. The movements of the enemies, the Space Invaders, attacking you get more complicated, and they're different with each wave. And then you got to fight a boss, which is fun. At the end, there's a boss. As UFO comes down, it's got a shield. And you got to shoot lasers, shoot through it to blow up the like the Death Star, whatever, it's a portal with a exhaustion port or whatever that they shot the laser down to blow up the Death Star. But anyway, enough about Death Star. Phoenix is fun. I'm going to play it for you. Hopefully I'll get to the first boss. I don't know if I'll beat it, but we'll find out. Enjoy. Phoenix was released by Teatro in December 1980. After being released in Europe, it found its way to the Americans by Censure and Amster Electronics in 1981. This game was the first to pioneer a boss fight. It was a critical and commercial success. As you can see, as I said in my intro to this game, every wave of the aliens is different. And they make more erratic moves than Space Invaders. You got that little shield that comes up. I actually hate that little shield. It's random. You can't control when it happens. It's really annoying. Then you got these bird-like aliens. Sometimes you can shoot off their wings, but it doesn't kill them. And as you can see, they move around differently than the other wave that we just fought. You know, they're a lot harder to hit. You know, you think this game, like I said, people think Space Invaders looks like an easy game when you watch it, but I played this game better than I played Space Invaders, and this actually looks harder. So maybe Space Invaders is harder. I hate that shield because sometimes it does that, and then it releases, and then a missile hits you. I'm doing pretty good here. Haven't died. Well, whatever.
Oops. I just hope I can get to the boss fight, because I really want to show you the boss fight. Even if I don't beat it, I want to show you the boss fight, because it's a lot of fun. Ooh, look at that. This guy is a pain in the ass to hit, isn't he? See how he dodges you? Oops. There we go. Oh, here's the boss fight. Okay. See how there's the force field you got to shoot through? You know? And then even when you get to the force field, there's this rotating shield that you have to get through that you have to wait for. You have to time it just right. And the UFO is getting lower and lower, and
Okay, so I didn't beat the UFO. I died. Pretty good effort. It's a pretty hard fight. You want to play this game? I highly recommend it. You got an Atari 2600, you don't have this game. You like Space Invaders, you like shooting up in the sky and blowing up the aliens before they destroy the planet stuff. It's a fun game. I'm sure you get a lot of fun out of it. I played it all the time. Okay, so we're done with Phoenix. Next game, the last game, well, not the last Space Invaders clone, obviously, because there's tons of those. But the last one that I'm going to show you is Mega Mania. And I didn't know anything about this game. I just went down to Pinkrilla and picked it up, and I came home and I started playing it. I'm like, oh, this is like Space Invaders, and it's kind of like Space Invaders. The enemies, in Phoenix, they're kind of going woo, and Mega Mania, the enemies are kind of going, and they're getting lower and lower. It's a lot. The shooting is a lot different. The timing of shooting the aliens to blow them up is a lot different from Space Invaders and Phoenix. So I found it a bit of a challenge, and I'll play a little bit for you. I don't get that far, but it's a fun game. I'll show it to you. Here we go with Mega Mania.
Mega Mania was developed by Steve Cartwright and published by Activision in 1982. It took Cartwright 6 months to develop this game and another 3 months to fine-tune it. It was an award. It won an award from Arcade Awards, and Video Magazine complimented its gameplay and visual style. As you can see, it's different from Space Invaders. It's different from Phoenix. The timing of the shooting has to be different. You have to kind of shoot it before the enemy is over you. I got through that wave, and then we got these guys. They go back and forth, and you got the energy bar. Once that goes down, if you don't beat the aliens, I think you die. Oops. Well, never mind, I died anyway. But you can see the movement. And it does have a nice visual style. Kind of looks like your ship kind of looks like the USS Enterprise, doesn't it? A little bit of Star Trek influence there, don't you think? But I do like this game. It's a challenge for a Space Invaders clone, this kind of shooter. They get lower, but you can dodge them. They go back and forth, so even when they get really low, you can kind of move away from them and get away and then they go under. So it's a different style from Phoenix and a different style from Space Invaders. I got to the next wave. Let's see how far I can get. Little UFOs spinning there. Let's see how far I can get. I'm really not hitting these guys. Whoops.
There you go. There's Space Invaders and 2 clones that I own on the Atari 2600. Hope you enjoyed my commentaries. Hope you enjoyed the video. I have to say, I liked all 3 of these games. There are other clones out there. Right off the top of my head was Galaga was one that I don't have. I don't know. I mean, maybe I'll look it up. They do have it through the Atari 2600. Post a comment if you think they do. You found it. Maybe I'll look it up. I played Galaga in the arcade when I was a kid. That was a Space Invader clone I liked a lot. Maybe they do have it. I'll check it out. Maybe I'll do a whole video on that game. Anyway, hope you enjoyed it. Tune in next time when I'm going to do some of the easiest Atari 2600 games there are, where you could actually fall asleep to them playing them. Also, if you could please like and subscribe to my channel and like my videos, I appreciate it. Didn't cost me that much money to make these, but hey, like and subscribe. I'd appreciate it. Anyway, signing off for now. Happy gaming. This is the Retro Man.